Well, here we are, Whispers After Dark. This
Yes.
is your host, Ayla. I will not be reading this time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, unfortunately, you guys are gonna have to deal with the nasally sounding Shay. My name is Shay.
Nasally sounding Shay. And
Yeah,
why is that, Shay?
because my genetics decided that chronic sinusitis was a good idea.
Excellent. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks. Glad to be here.
What do
Today's
you got for
story,
me today?
it's as old as I am. So this story is called This picture from the 1996 Kmart Teen Fall catalog has a very peculiar story behind it, and it's from the No Sleep subreddit from 7 years ago. Shout out to Up to My Knees.
Not you aging yourself, though.
Oh, shut up.
1996, huh?
I could drop your age too right now. Don't tempt me.
Dirty 30.
Bloody 31.
I don't want to talk about that. Okay, tell me this story.
All right. All right. So today we have, okay, how scary do you think this is gonna be? Like predictions off the title, do you think it's gonna be a true story?
Yes, because it's based on a magazine clipping. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably true.
Okay. All right. The image from the Kmart Teen 1996 fall catalog, and it actually has quite a peculiar story behind it. Oh, shit. They linked it. They linked the picture. Do you want to see it?
Yeah,
Before or
cue it
after?
up.
I'll show it to you now. I'll send it to you now. This is fucking wild.
I think you should do an image description.
Okay, so it's just a regular teen who is wearing a classic backward cap, and she has a beautiful shade of pink on her lips. Actually the first thing I noticed is her lipstick shade. And she is giving a very cheeky look to the camera while hugging what looks like a sign of a cat, a one-eyed cat with a flower mane. I don't think I did a good job describing this, but that's exactly what I'm seeing.
It sounds normal.
It does, it really does, but apparently there's a creepy story behind it. So let's get into it. As far as anyone can tell, this is the only existing image of Kaylee Huston. Houston? Houston. Is that how you pronounce it?
How do you spell that? How do you spell it?
Huston.
Probably Huston.
Huston. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, as far as anyone can tell, this is the only existing image of Kaylee Huston, who vanished without a trace in the summer of that year, shortly after moving with her family to the city of Glendale, California, just outside of Los Angeles. The Huston family had moved to Shawndale, Arizona, to from Shawndale, Arizona to California in May to a house on Wesker Street. The house, a classic craftsman, was the oldest in the entire neighborhood, originally a part of the housing development in 1933. It was smaller than the grand five-bedroom McMansion they had owned in Shawndale, but far more beautiful. Hold on. The entire Huston family had been so excited for the move. Let's just be real, okay? If my family was gonna move from a McMansion in, where was it? Arizona, to a smaller house in California, I'd be a little pissed.
I mean, California, you got the ocean. That's all I got.
That's all you got. That's all you got. Because what do you mean? We could always just, if you could afford a McMansion, in 1996, you could afford to take a trip to California and back, okay? You don't
Yeah,
have
I mean,
to.
maybe there's more to the story. There must be a reason why they're moving.
Kaylee, 19, was the oldest of three sisters. In Shawndale, she had always been the focus of much praise and her good looks, with many people encouraging her to pursue a life in front of the cameras as a model, an actress, or a newscaster. But Kaylee, an introverted and nervous girl by nature, can relate, had always been camera shy, and up until her senior year of high school, resistant to the attention focused upon her, or foisted. What does foisted mean?
Hoisted is to like thrust, to like impose that sort of
I'm
vibe.
adding I'm adding that to my vocabulary. That's gonna, really wow them.
Go on and use it in a
How
sentence.
dare you foist your riz upon me?
This is why you're single.
Ah, unfortunately. Anyway, Kaylee was she was homeschooled and spent the majority. You're homeschooled in a McMansion? Anyway, she was homeschooled and spent the majority of her time alone. This had all changed when Kaylee, encouraged by her sister and her mother, auditioned for the local high school winter's play. Though she was not technically a student of Fairview Valley High, Kaylee won the role of Hermia in Midsummer Night's Dream and was
That's
allowed to participate.
that's a
What?
Shakespeare play, right?
Yeah, I think we went to go see it when we were in high school. I don't know about you, but we were forced to watch that
Oh, okay.
abomination.
Continue.
I don't even think I'm pretty sure we had a whole year of Shakespeare when I was in high school. I didn't pay attention to a single fucking thing. If you ask me anything about any Shakespeare play, I've read it. Do I know it? Absolutely not. I don't even know who
All
this is.
all I know is Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Anyways, so Miss Kaylee and her Midsummer's Night Dream shenanigans.
Yep. She played Hermia. Big flex back in
Who
the
knows what that
1600s.
is? I don't know who Hermia is.
Back in the 1600s, that would have been supreme. I was playing Hermia? Oh, gasp. Okay, and she was allowed to participate in the play. That's what happened. She auditioned and she was allowed to play in the play. Isn't that the lead? I don't know. I'm not
Is
even gonna
it?
pretend like I know. I don't even know. Let me move on. The experience was transformative for Kaylee, who found that she loved to be on the stage. She began to ask her parents every day to move to Los Angeles so she could pursue her career as an actress. That's why. That's why. I mean, I like that for them. I
So
can't say I would
supportive.
do this. Yeah, I can't say I'd do the same, but I honestly, that's a flex. Yeah, to say that your parents love you so much that they literally sold their home for you to move to a completely different state. Yeah, good on them. Though it seemed an unlikely dream, Kaylee's change of attitude came at the perfect time for the family. Her father, Jay Huston, was recently retired, and her mother, Diana, was between jobs. Her two sisters were both in the process of switching schools, and their family dog, Pepper, had recently been put down after she was attacked by a coyote or some other small predator in the woods.
Mm,
Oh,
no, Pepper.
oh, that's R.I.P. Pepper. Kaylee had been the one to find Pepper, injured and crusty with dried blood and drool. Her
Trauma.
collar missing. Oh no. Why is there so many details on this? Her throat had been pulled apart and one of her eyes torn out.
Oh my God. No, I'd never recover.
Oh my god. Kaylee had cried all the way to the vet, and the experience had rattled the Hustons badly. Oh my god, I'm in shock. Okay. Kaylee's new ambitious ambitions towards California were a welcome change of pace, one that would guide the family to a new beginning, and the decision was made to go west. All right.
Yeah. They need to like move on after something so horrific.
Yeah, because listen, pets are family members. Like,
Hmm.
imagine if you found Nala like that.
Don't even put that into the universe.
I'm,
I would never
I'm.
stop crying.
That's what I mean. Like, that is. And as someone who's witnessed their dog die, yeah, that you don't ever really get over that. Damn, girl. All
The poor
right.
Hustons.
I'm pretty sure their name is Houston's, but we're gonna continue calling them Hustons because it
If
feels like a
if it
gag.
was if it was Houston, there would be an O in there. Okay, it's Hustons.
Houston would be with an O. Oh, you're right.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what? Screw the English language. Let's just make that very clear. Okay. Um, Sorry, I lost my place. Oh, here it is. Okay. The move itself had been frustrating. Several boxes had been lost, and Jay Huston had begun his first morning in California in a 2-hour long phone argument with the moving company, switching lines to yell at men from the insurance company and then back again to accuse the movers of everything from incompetence to outright criminal theft. That sounds like a middle class man. Sounds like a middle class thing. My broke ass would have been like, well, wasn't meant to be. The women of the Huston family had brightened their day by unpacking and exploring the new house. It had come unfurnished, other than a single landline telephone in a hallway downstairs between the kitchen and the living room. It was, in fact, on this phone the first evening that a single call had come through. Kaylee had answered it on instinct, though the Huston's family phone service had yet to be set up. Red flag number one.
Mm-hmm.
The call had been short, and when she hung up, Kaylee said it had been a wrong number or some kind of prank. Hmm.
That's it. That's all she's gonna say.
Yeah, but okay, here's the thing though. If Issa had done something like that, I wouldn't have thought twice. I probably would have been like, that's suspicious, because I hadn't set up the phone line yet. But I
Yeah.
probably would have been like, eh.
Okay, nah. Because if somebody tells me that if it was some sort of prank, wrong number, sure, I would leave it at that. But a prank, I want to be like, okay, what did they say though? Like, what was the prank?
Okay, yeah, oh yeah, true. No, we would do that. If somebody called our home, we would ask each other, what the fuck just happened?
That's what I mean. So maybe their family isn't close like that or something, but I would want to know more. My curious
Yeah.
ass, I'd want to
Mm.
know.
You know what? You're right. I have to start training my kid from now.
There you go.
I need the
Life
tea.
lesson.
Even if it's a prank, give me the tea.
Exactly.
Kaylee said that the connection had been bad and choppy, and that she had only understood part of what the caller was saying. Though Kaylee attempted to move on from the conversation, the call had clearly upset her, and her mother pressed for more information. Okay, so the mom's
There
nosy
we
too.
go. Yeah.
Kaylee said that the only thing she'd heard was a very soft, very quiet voice, possibly a man, but gentle and near a whisper, repeating a phrase over and over and over again. And that is a firm fuck no.
What was the phrase?
It okay. I hold on. When Kaylee's mother last spoke to the police, she couldn't remember the phrase word for word, but said it had been something like, I'm reaching for you. I'm
No.
reaching for you with my little fingers.
No, no, no. No, that's enough.
Absolutely.
No, time to move out. I know we just moved in, but we gotta go.
Bitch, I would have been questioning my whole life at that point. I would have been like, that, because I'm not thinking a ghost at that point. I'm thinking a real person, and a real person to me is scarier than a ghost.
100%. I don't want someone's nasty finger reaching for me. Ew.
I wonder if that's what was so creepy about our story last week, is the fact that it was a real physical person doing it and not just a demon hiding in a closet.
Because it makes it seem like this could happen to you.
Facts. And on top of that, this is a physical person that could touch me while doing this. I'm reaching for
Oh,
you with my little fingers, sir.
no.
Respectfully, get help. Immediately get help. Oh. In the following weeks, the Huston girls had registered for the local school districts, and Kaylee had gone out to meet with several commercial modeling agencies her mother had found in the Yellow Pages. Throwback. Most of them were the kind of one-stop shops that were common in Los Angeles at the time, photography studios with an agency or management arm attached, working directly with brands and catalog. Kaylee did a single shoot with an agency called Tori Michelle Model Factory. In it, she wore new Kmart teen apparel, with the common practice being to photograph several dozen models and then send their photos in large batches to the distributor for them to pick out and choose. Kaylee was thrilled by the shoot and felt emboldened, making fast friends with several other young models in the waiting room, making plans to visit local malls. The Glendale Galleria was the name of the mall that evening. Diana Houston, Diana Huston, the mom, excited to see her daughter's newfound outgoing attitude in action, allowed her daughter to go out unchaperoned. But ultimately, Kaylee's anxiety got the better of her and she stayed in, playing board games with her family. It was at 3 a.m. that evening. If it's 3 a.m., it's morning.
Yeah.
Um, that that the family was awoken by the sound of a dog barking from outside. Oh, I don't like where this is going.
Pepper?
Shit. You're wicked. You? Oh my god. I was thinking it, but I didn't say it out loud.
We had to say the quiet part out loud.
Oh my god. I would have been like, every time I hear a dog bark after that, trauma. Just trauma. Oh god. Oh man. Okay, when Jay Huston went outside to check, he found a small red collar torn apart and stained with blood left on the front porch under the lawn chair.
My jaw's on the floor.
Bitch. Oh my god. Oh, oh. That is. But didn't their dog have a red collar too?
I think so, if I recall. Which is
Oh,
like,
that's.
am I being
That is.
stalked? How would they know? They're in a completely different state.
Bitch. America's a scary place. Oh my god. Okay. This sparked a debate within the family. The parents believed that the collar must have been dropped and discarded during the move, and its discovery now was a coincidence. Kaylee's two sisters, both young, speculated that it could have been a coincidence, but Kaylee herself was certain that this was Pepper's collar, the same collar that had been missing when she found Pepper, staggering, torn apart onto the front lawn several months ago. Things became more complicated when Kaylee, in an effort to prove her point, attempted to locate a picture of Pepper. It was rapidly discovered that one of the boxes that had gone missing in the move was the one containing all of the Huston family's framed family photographs, and another containing all of their photo albums. This meant, in short, that there was no picture of Pepper to be found, no evidence the dog had ever existed within the family at all. Pepper had, in fact, vanished without a trace, leaving behind only an illustration by one of the younger girls in her journal. That's fucking sad. And
Yeah.
also, same, because my first dog that died, I had all of my pictures of him on Facebook, and I no longer have that Facebook account.
Hmm.
So all of those photos are just gone. I don't have any pictures of him. The girl can relate. That is the reality of living in a time before, you know, smartphones and clouds.
Yeah, that's true.
This reinvigorated Jay Huston's anger at the movers and the insurance companies, and the mystery of the barking dog and the torn red collar was slowly forgotten as the family struggled to get back to sleep. Okay, so I guess they forgot about everything. Over the next 2 weeks, Kaylee repeatedly tried to bring up the collar, but Diana Huston had thrown it in the garbage it the morning it had appeared, and the rest of the family, unsettled by the incident, was eager to move on from the experience. A month passed, and the appearance of the collar was mostly forgotten. On the morning of June 25th, Jay Huston contacted Glendale Police Department to report that his wallet had been stolen. That evening, while walking home, a long-awaited hangout with her new Los Angeles friends, Kaylee Huston disappeared and was never seen again. She was last seen leaving a Burger King on Brand Avenue at 6:35 p.m., headed back home to meet up with her younger sisters to see a movie. There are reports of a girl matching Kaylee's description, walking slowly, looking upset and anxious, from several eyewitnesses, but none of them could confirm that it was her. In fact, efforts to confirm these sightings were when, uh, in the wake of Kaylee's disappearance, things became truly confounding. Glendale police and the LAPD, as was common practice, asked for a photograph with which to identify Kaylee, only for the Hustons to, with some degree of consternation, realize that they could not supply even a single photograph of their daughter. Homeschooled, Kaylee had no yearbook photos. The entirety of the family photo pictures from vacations and holidays had been lost in the move, and the single portrait that Jay Huston had kept with him at all times had gone missing the previous morning inside his stolen wallet. The Hustons, confused and upset, contacted Tori Michelle Model Factory asking after the photographs from Kaylee's Kmart shoot. They were informed, to their great distress, that the negatives and only existing copies of the photographs had been mailed to the Kmart headquarters in Illinois 2 weeks prior, and since Kaylee had not taken a headshot, there were no photos on file. The Hustons, at a loss, contacted Fairview Valley High, hoping to get a photograph of Kaylee from her performance in the school production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Furthering their frustration, they learned that the single large photograph taken of the cast and displayed in the auditorium had been vandalized in a student break-in that March. Half of the photograph, including the portion featuring Kaylee, had been torn off. The culprit was never found. The photographer herself, drama teacher Marcia Sims, had died of congestive heart failure in April, and most of her possessions given away through Goodwill, so any attempt to find the original photo negative would be near impossible. This is just a massive series of unfortunate events.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, this family cannot catch a break.
No! Unable to supply a photograph, the Hustons were forced to wait for the publication of the Kmart Teen Fall catalog in August. Bureaucratic red tape prevented the police from subpoenaing the full shoot access across state lines, and even when Kmart themselves tried to internally track down the rest of the photographs, 40 in total, they could not find them within the tens of thousands of photos submitted weekly for Kmart marketing purposes from agencies all over the United States. So really, they're just looking for a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, it's like she doesn't exist.
That is that is terrifying. But to
Mm-hmm.
think that that happened to the dog first, and then it just happened to her, and she was the one that
Mm-hmm.
found the dog. It's just like the symbolism there hasn't been lost.
Mm-hmm.
The Huston family copied the single image of their missing daughter from the catalog, and months after her disappearance, were finally able to put missing photos. The single glossy catalog image plastered all over telephone poles and bulletin boards in Los Angeles County. Months passed, years passed, and Kaylee was never seen again. Slowly, the posters stopped going up. After 4 years, the Huston family separated. Jay had become too angry, flying into rages, and had been involved in an obsessive litigation with the moving company, who he blamed for the disappearance of their daughter. Oh, that's so hard. Diana moved out with the girls back to Shawndale and then in with her ailing mother in Florida. Gina Huston, Kaylee's younger sister, died of an overdose in 2007.
Oh my
Paula,
God.
I know that is just it's like I get it though, because if you lose a member of your immediate family, it's almost as if the glue that was holding the family together has just come apart and you guys just start to
Mm.
unravel. But the youngest died of in 2007. That is so sad. Paula, the middle child, now takes care of Diana, who fell ill with Alzheimer's in 2010. Sometimes, late at night, Diana will mistake Paula for Kaylee and can often be found in the front yard of their Tampa, Florida home calling out for their dog Pepper.
Mm. This is tragic.
This is absolutely tragic. The 40 original photographs of Kaylee had never been found. In November of 2013, a break-in was reported at the home of Andrew Michel, son of Tori Michel, and now the owner of the still operational Tori Michel Model Factory. At first, it appeared to be an intentional robbery, but the type of damage reported was more in line with a small animal, with something having torn apart dozens of old files in his storage unit. Nothing was reported stolen. To this day, Andrew Michel and the LAPD assume it was a raccoon. Now, with the liquidation and closing of Kmart stores throughout the country and the collapse of the brand, one can only assume that those photographs and their negatives will have been moved out of storage somewhere. And it's for this reason that I ask for your help now. They have been out there somewhere. The pictures, my pictures. The one picture, the original of the Kmart catalog photograph. You can help me find it. If you or anyone you know has information on how to locate originals or the rest of the Kmart shoot, please contact me as soon as possible, as I am eager to find them. Stop keeping it from me. I need it. The photograph. There are, of course, digital copies, but those don't matter as much. They aren't real, you see. I have all the others, you see. I have all, and Kaylee too. Just need that last photograph. I want it. And when I get my little fingers on it, she'll have vanished without a trace.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, shit.
No, 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 no. This is not where I thought we were going. Bro. Oh my
Holy sh!
God. No, that's so creepy. I was like, oh, this is sad, but like, it's not very, bro. What do you mean your little finger's on it? Who are you? Why are you obsessed with Kaylee and her pictures? Did you kill the dog? Like, what is happening?
That's the
Oh
end.
my
That's
God.
the end. That's it.
I wasn't prepared.
Neither was I. I got goosebumps.
Oh my God, that gave me chills. No, because the way it was just this left turn in the story.
Bro, I was
Oh my
not
God.
expecting that. I was not expecting that. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, thoughts?
Okay. Oh, wow. I just don't even, I don't even know. I'm
I
scared.
completely, I had completely forgot about the fact that she'd gotten that phone call.
Oh, you did? Yeah, me too. I
Yeah.
was just kind of like, all right, so weird things happen, but they moved on and then she went missing. I was like so locked in on her being missing and them trying to find the photographs that like it just slipped my mind that
Yep.
there's some
Yep.
nefarious shit going on here.
Oh, the comments are wild. Someone said, "Welp, I tracked down the whereabouts of the original photo of where it was taken, but I couldn't figure out the meaning of the typos and possible hex in the image. I used okay, so they basically did like some tech stuff. So it's likely the hidden data of the image was converted. Yeah, because okay, so the way that the last part was written was there were no typos in this at all. It was perfect until the end. There were no until it said um where is it? As I'm eager to find them. Yeah, then it started. Now this is where it started. They stopped using capital letters after periods, so it's like a lowercase for stop keeping it from me. I need it. The photograph. There's no more commas. There are of course digital copies, but those don't matter as much. They aren't real, you see. And then like there's no space between real you.
Hmm.
And then it says in lowercase I have all the others you see, and there's no space. There's no like there's commas all in this. I noticed it. There were commas all in this. And then it just started like they were like melting the words together. And then paragraph was spelled incorrectly. I want was spelled incorrectly. And they started using like more spaces. And without a trace is like WIT space HOUT space A space trace and then they cut off the E.
So so basically it's like for the first like 90% of the story somebody else wrote it and then this
Yeah.
creature came in with his
Yep.
little fingers
Yep.
and wrote a message for us.
Yep. 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 I don't like that. I don't like that.
I'm not feeling this anymore.
No. No.
This really played with my emotions, I have to say, because in the beginning I was just like, "Oh, okay, intrigued." The middle I was like, "Wow, this is really fucking sad." And then at the
Yeah.
end, I don't even know what to feel. My hands are sweating.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh,
I have another short one for you if you'd like.
all right. Okay. All right, let's try this again. And I'll be
Yes.
prepared this time. I'm gonna be like, "You can't get me this time."
Okay, this one might be a real story because it's from Let's Not Meet.
Okay.
So this is called Strange Man Showed Me a Slip Leash. He had no dog with him. This happened a couple of weeks ago. I'm a female dog walker and I spend a lot of time by myself in various parks and forests, so I'm pretty aware of my surroundings, but haven't had anything happen until now. So I'm walking with my quote littles, which is a pack of three small breed dogs, essentially the opposite of scary dogs' privileges, I guess. LOL. And this man comes out of nowhere and straight up to me. He's middle-aged, thin, and in shorts and a hoodie, but not ringing any alarm bells. Just looks like a normal guy. He strikes up a conversation, and I'm polite, just talking about the weather, etc. And I'm thinking he's just a friendly stranger, when out of nowhere he says, quote, I saw another lady dog walker yesterday, and she had a nervous dog, so I was trying to help socialize him, end quote. Which is weird because It didn't sound like he knew the dog walker in question, and my assumption was confirmed when he continued, "Yeah, I know about dogs, so I took out my slip lead and tried to get him to use it, and she freaked out." For anyone who doesn't know, this is like a slip knot that tightens if the dog pulls on it. So I'm guessing it's like a choker.
Yeah, you can use it to restrain animals. Like if they're biting, like if they
Yeah.
like lockjaw, you can put a slip lead and pull it so that it forces their jaw to release.
Wow. Okay. That's a little creepy. All right. So then she says, then while I'm trying to process what the hell he's talking about, he takes a slip lead out of his pocket and shows it to me. At which point, one of my dogs, who normally loves everyone, starts a warning growl. He
Oh
just
no.
laughs. Yeah, he just laughs. And I'm starting to feel super uneasy because he doesn't have any dogs with him. And why does he have what is essentially a strangulation device just in his pocket? Eventually, I manage to get away, saying something about my dad waiting in the car, and he watches me walk away while my dogs keep growling back at him. Once in my car, I actually process what he said and did, and everything in my gut was telling me this was off about the situation, and decided to call the police to report him. They take it seriously, and I warned other dog walkers about him. But yeah, strange man with the slip lead and no dogs, let's not meet.
Okay. Yeah, he sounds like a predator. He sounds like he wants to use a slip lead on humans.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. He sounds like he has some sort of choking fetish or something. Cause
Ugh,
nah, bro.
that is that is diabolical. Oh man.
It's a good
Uh-uh.
thing, like her dog kind of cued her in to what was happening, you know? Like this is why I love dogs and animals in general. They're just such good judges of character, and that dog was like, "We're not playing that game today, sir."
Yep. I honestly I've experienced this firsthand. My grandfather had a Rhodesian Ridgeback, and she was an outdoor dog. She was not in the house at all. And she was a real country dog. Because he lives in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, so she was around coyotes all the time. Basically, her house, her dog house was a barn. Um, so this dog was really sweet. She did not like our dogs, especially my first dog, Fritz. They used to argue all the time. That was the only time I ever really seen her snarl and get aggressive is when she was like attacking both of our dogs. But we kept them
Mm.
in the house, right? But when people came to the house, when it came to people, she was friendly with everybody. I had known this dog since I was 4 years old, and I had never seen her growl or fight with an adult. Like she was friendly to everybody. And one day, my mom had just given birth to my sister. It was me, my mom, my two younger brothers in the house. My dad wasn't there. Um, and there had been some break-ins going on recently in the area. So this truck pulls up our driveway. And remember, this is country, so you can't see the driveway from the road. Like this is a country highway. You have to drive probably 5 minutes down the driveway to see the house. So you have to intentionally be wanting to go there in order to see it. This truck pulls up to the house, and my mom and I are looking at each other like, "Were you expecting somebody today?" And I was like, "No." Like, "Were you?" And these two guys that we don't know get out of their truck immediately. Katie, the dog, had been like somewhere in the woods chasing deer. She came out of nowhere like a bat out of hell, bro. She came and she was growling and snarling, and the two guys were like terrified and trying to get back in the truck. And she grabbed onto one of their legs and was
Oh
dragging them
shit.
out of the truck.
Oh my gosh.
She was dragging that shit. Like they literally had to like the driver got in the car, started the car, and drove off as she was pulling the passenger out. And so it wasn't until they started speeding down the driveway that she finally let go.
Wow. She
Yeah,
might have saved your life.
yeah, yeah. And then it was after that that we found out that there were break-ins that were happening during the day when people were at work, which is when this happened.
Mm,
So yeah, I was like, at that moment, I was like, oh, she knew what the fuck was up. She knew that they weren't supposed to be there. Because again, I was like, what, 16, 17 at the time. In my 17 years, I had never seen this dog act like that before.
yeah. They have such good instincts.
hmm
May I develop instincts like this?
We have the instincts and will to live of a squirrel,
Don't do me like that.
a chipmunk.
God, no, it's so true. Oh God.
That's
Nah, but you know
crazy.
what? The hero of the day are the dogs, including
How many?
Pepper. We love
Oh,
Pepper. R.I.P. Pepper.
R.I.P. Pepper. You gotta pour some out for the homie today. Pour some kibble out for the homie.
Yeah,
Yeah, damn,
yeah.
those are some wild stories. I don't know. Both of these kind of freak me out more than ghost stories because they're real people.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the second one. That one can happen anywhere.
Oh, for sure. Oh, 100% that would happen in Toronto.
Oh yeah. Did I ever tell you about that time I almost got kidnapped when I was on my way to see your sister?
Yeah, but tell the story again.
Random guy who did not speak English. It was like an old man, asked me for bus money and I gave him bus money and he was like so grateful and I tried to like stand away from him. He kept pulling me near him and I didn't want to be near him. I just kept trying to get away and he was strong as hell. And then he tried to kiss me and I'm like moving away from him. I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?" And then the bus came, so I hop on the bus. He gets on the bus and he pulls me to sit beside him and I'm terrified, so I get off a stop early and he's there like pulling me down, trying to like he's trying to speak to me in his language and I'm not understanding what he's saying. And he's like pulling me down. I'm like, get off me, let me go. And this guy eventually had to step up and be like, yo, let go of her. And I finally got off the bus and away from him and I was like freaked the fuck out. I was like, what the hell happened? And then I met up with your sister and your aunt because they were picking me up at a mall nearby. So we got into your aunt's car. I was like, I think I almost got kidnapped just now. And she was like, what happened? I told her what happened. And your sister, I shit you not, I'll never forget she said this to me. She was like, maybe giving him bus money in his culture means marriage proposal.
Well, that was the day you almost became a child bride.
I I sat there questioning my life, and that was when I became a bitch.
Good. Truly. That's when you just fight. You just don't worry about being nice to these motherfuckers.
Thank
Throw
you.
hands.
Yeah, because who knows? And I really was a child. I was like a teenager.
Hmm.
What was I doing?
No, good, truly, what are you supposed to do? Because then we're taught like have respect for your elders, but what if your elders are trying to kidnap you?
I can't imagine, even at my big age now, I can't imagine what that guy was trying to do to me. I'm like, there's no plausible explanation as to why. I'm pretty sure he bruised me. Like that's how hard he was grabbing me.
Oh wow. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, he was not, even when I was sitting down, he held onto my arm. He was not letting go.
That's terrifying, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It was scary. So yeah, that I think real people scare me more than ghosts. I'll take a ghost any day.
Yeah, mostly if you leave them alone, it's fine.
Yeah, well, not on this one.
I was gonna say you need to find us a story about like revengeful ghosts.
I found a few that were pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna look up some old-fashioned ghosts. I've heard some stories about how um there was this one show that I watched, The Dead Files. Oh, that was such a good show. That show, there were a few episodes where they would go to a house and it used to be an old plantation and there would be black people living in the house. The things that they did to them and the things that they like told the medium that they wanted to do to them, crazy. Crazy. And vice versa. There would be like a house where it was a plantation and there was one case in particular where there was like all these ghosts were former enslaved people and white people were living on the land and they were just like, can we just put out an offering, like show them we mean no harm? And the medium said to them, she was like, no, respectfully, there's nothing you can do. The amount of trauma that they endured from their white masters, there's nothing you can do that will ever allow you to live in peace. I think they were like literally draining the life out of these people. Like they were causing them to have heart arrhythmias.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah, they said that they're not going to rest until they're dead. And I think they also brought over something with them from Africa.
Huh? Hmm.
And they really said, no, like leave now. And the medium was like, there's no like she didn't even give them a solution at the end of the episode. She was like, you need to go and not come back. And matter of fact, don't even sell this place. Just go.
Leave it for the ghosts. This is theirs
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. She dead ass was like, nah, bro, there's nothing you can do right now. They're gonna kill you. I don't know what they did. I don't remember what they did at the end of the episode, but I know that there are a few of them out there that are just like, we will fucking kill you if you try that shit.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'd like to read up on some colonial ghosts, some plantation style ghosts.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. History and creepiness.
Mm-hmm. Annie Palmer's a big one here in Jamaica.
Oh.
The ghost of Annie Palmer. Ooh, that woman. The stories, I don't know if they're true or not, but regardless, there's a whole museum, and the stories that were, if they're true, that woman was a wicked soul. That woman was a wicked soul. I wouldn't be surprised if they were true, to be quite honest. But it was pretty. It was
We can do an episode on Annie Palmer.
next episode.
Sure.
Let's do an episode on Annie Palmer. We'll talk about the history and then the ghosts because that bitch. All right, Annie Palmer's next.
I'm excited.
Alrighty, we gotta do like an outro. What are you gonna say now? Later, taters.
Oh God.
Throws up gang signs.
Okay. All right. You know what? What you're gonna do is you're just gonna fade it out and add some music. That'll be the end.
Thank me for my story, Ayla. I worked so hard on them.
Thank you, Shay, for providing us with the stories today. You did a great job.
Oh, thank you. So much work scrolling through Reddit.
You found one that genuinely gave me chills.
Only one?
The first one. The first one gave
Oh,
me chills.
well, at least that's
Not not that I need it. I must get my little fingers on those photographs.
Oh,
No,
girl.
that was ridiculous.
No. Yeah. Anyway, see you guys next week.
Bye.